Jack Epling here with Lindsay Huddleston. It's another Press Pass preview, and we are here at Spartan Stadium, scene of the crime.
Yes.
And Michigan State seemed like it had this game 10 times.
Sure.
28-3, late in the second half, less than a minute to go. Michigan State played a near perfect first half.
Yes.
First 29 minutes of the game.
Sure.
Then gives up a touchdown drive, makes it 28-10. But at the end of three quarters, Michigan State is ahead by 21 points. And people are coming up and say, see, Vegas knew what it was talking about with that 14.5-point spread. And it winds up with Illinois winning this game 37-34. Even with Matt Coughlin's field goal, looked like Michigan State had a little cushion, a 4-point lead. It was going to force Illinois to go all the way and get in the end zone. We saw that before against Arizona State.
We did, and we saw fans even leaving early thinking they were going home with the win on their mind.
They're heading to the bar. They're going out, right?
Going to celebrate.
5-4.
It's really unfortunate. You try to remain professional and take the emotion out, but how tough is it to see the team fight like this? Haven't won a game since September 28th. And we thought they had a chance to move forward, but unfortunately the same things rear their head. I even remember catching eye contact with you on the sideline when there was a missed tackle. I mean, you're seeing these same things play out over and over again. Is this the story of Michigan State football?
This year it certainly is. You look at the second halves of the 5 losses, Michigan State has scored a total of 20 points in those 5 second halves. That's 4 points per half.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they're doing in the third and fourth quarter isn't working. And they thought they could hang on and almost did. Mm-hmm. It took a lot of different things. Took a pass interference in the corner of the end zone on fourth down. Took another 4th and 17 conversion. Mm-hmm. It took a pick 6. It took a fumble recovery on a simple shotgun snap. Mm-hmm. It took another fumble when they had the ball inches away from the goal line. Michigan State made just enough mistakes to beat itself, and Illinois was happy to take the win.
They took advantage of it. I mean, you heard
bowl eligible now.
Yeah, you're right. And they were trying to run Lovie Smith out of town just a few weeks ago, and now he's the man and talk of the town.
Biggest upset, or the biggest comeback, I should say, in Fighting Illini history.
Wow.
Never been behind by 25 points and come back and won a game.
Well, I said earlier, Illinois seemed to be a second-half team. You saw that fight they put to Michigan, though they were unsuccessful, but then they kind of kept that momentum going. And then you also heard players who have played here for 4 seasons against Michigan State say things that weren't nice to say on TV camera about them, but they just felt they had their number and they played it all the way out.
Yeah, and when you look at some of the statistics, I say stats are for losers. Well, Michigan State can talk about that at 526 yards.
Wow.
That's a ton. And held Illinois to 405, most of those coming late. Mm-hmm. Rushing, Michigan State 275, Illinois 36. 36. 275 to 36. First downs 27 to 16. None of that matters. What matters is you have to make the play when it matters. And Michigan State did not do that. Gives up 4 fourth-quarter touchdowns to Fighting Illini.
Unbelievable. Now, when we talked to some of the players afterwards, you started to sense consistently that they were saying maybe people have been giving up on each other because you kept hearing the message, you got to finish the play. And I took that to be, maybe some of the seniors are upset with some of the other players who aren't playing to their best of their ability the whole way through. I don't know. Could it be a knock on the coaches as well? Everyone's under scrutiny at this point.
Well,
right?
At this point, anything is up for grabs. I mean, you can have any kind of theory you want. I just think Michigan State, once again, didn't make the plays when it had to. And you can say, well, that's coaching. You certainly can make that case. You can say it's a lack of leadership from the seniors. You can say it's underclassmen having to come in because of injuries. You can talk about that. Mark D'Antonio did mention that in the postgame.
He did.
But it's a lot of things. A game like this is never one thing.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
It's 100 things.
Correct. The little things that make a big
little
impact.
Things. And they all add up. Mm-hmm. You figure how many plays the team is going to have in this game. Illinois had 69 plays, Michigan State 67. That's 136 plays, not counting kicks. So let's say you've got 155 plays. Mm-hmm. One of them goes differently, and you got a different outcome.
Totally have a different outcome. You and I pointed to a lot of things early on. But I wonder, is it that we've seen the best football out of Michigan State, and this is just an example of what it is, or there's still another level they can go to with 3 remaining games in the regular season?
Well, they did show some improvement in some ways. I don't think anyone thought that this team was going to have 526 yards of offense.
Right.
But it's the self-defeating plays. It's the pick sixes.
Sure.
4 turnovers, and Illinois only had 2.
Right.
So twice as many. Turnovers will get you beat.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State is Exhibit A of that. And now, 4 and 5 have to get 2 wins in the last 3 games just to squeak into a bowl. And nobody's going to be happy with 6 and 6. To be any better than that, it's going to take an upset next week in Ann Arbor. I don't think there are going to be many people picking the Spartans in that game either.
Mm-hmm. Well, you talk about all the time, Jack, that it can really, expectations, I should say. Have we realized that the expectations that for this season, this team have been set too high?
Well, yes, obviously. But we didn't know at the time what was going to happen with some of the injuries. We didn't know they were going to get to a 4th left tackle. We talked about that enough. I think that's kind of worn out its usefulness. But Michigan State, one of those teams that seems snake bitten. Every year there are a few of them around the country that can't seem to get out of their own way at winning time.
Sure.
And this defense, it was supposed to be as good as any in the nation.
Right.
Has given up big play after big play after big play.
Right.
An 83-yard touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
A conversion on 4th and 17 on this last drive.
Right.
Michigan State, when it's had to make the play to win a game, has invariably come up short.
Wow. Well, so we're not beating a dead horse too long. We got press pass coming up soon. Anyway, you want to share what's going to be happening with that?
Tomorrow night, we have Tom Crawford. He'll be happy.
I bet he will be.
Rico Beard. He'll be very unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a very special surprise guest panelist with us.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be at Breslin Center.
Yes.
Watching Michigan State and Binghamton.
Correct.
And then we're going to have another that will be talking basketball after that, and that will be tomorrow night. Press pass, 11 o'clock, Fox 47. Looking forward to that. And we'll have all the postmortems. And you'll hear Rico whining about this team and this program and his school. And Tom will just be sitting there with like the Cheshire Cat, the big grin.
Yeah, he'll be having a good time. That'll be fun.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow night on Press Pass and Press Pass Preview a little bit later.